Science is a religion. So don't say that, oh, you're not religious. Oh, I don't believe in Christianity because that's religious. Bro, you're an atheist. Your religion is science. And I'm going to tell you that science shifts. You might be like, oh, that's because new discoveries are made. That's what I'm trying to say. So you mean to tell me somebody from, let's say, the year 1300, before we had so many scientific discoveries, they were like, oh yeah, well, I trust in the science. And it's like, oh, by the way, we just came out with this new discovery that disproves what we thought was right. And it's like, oh crap. This is why atheists are very, I don't want to say it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is why atheists have a lot of mental health problems. Because first and foremost, they're not going to say, oh, sin is a thing. They're going to be like, bro, sin? What's sin? It's so easy to explain. Sin is missing the mark. They're like, what mark? What are you talking about? And it's like, let's talk about morality and the reason why science cannot prove morality. Oh well, it's a trait that was evolved. Bro, let's talk about evolution. Why that's not even a thing. Oh yeah, well, dogs change. Yeah, they still bark. Oh, a wolf and a dog. Yeah, but that's just a human construct. Species are a human construct. A wolf and a dog, that's a human construct. Oh, one's domesticated, one's wild. What are we talking about, gang? Like, what are we really talking about? Listen, what was settled science in the past, like geocentrism, was proven wrong. I challenge any atheist, any scientist out there to disprove what I just said. If your worldview, and this, bro, I'm going off on atheism and the so-called sciences of today's world. If your worldview rests only on science, your foundation shifts every time new discoveries are made. I just said that. Christianity offers an unchanging foundation. God's truth does not flip with the latest discovery. I needed to do that for the thumbnail. Let me get back to it. Science depends on faith-based assumptions. What do I mean by that? Well, science assumes that the world, that the universe is orderly. But it can't prove those things scientifically. It assumes an orderly universe, reliable senses, and logical flaws. Christianity's been ahead of that. We've been ahead of all that. We explain them as follows. A rational God created a rational world, and humans in his image can understand that world. Oh, but why does sickness exist? Why does sickness exist, Francisco? Sin. I said that in my last video. We are at war with sin. Oh, why do children die of cancer? Because it's a broken world. Sin can't. People can't. They just can't put that in their head. Oh, if God is such a just God, you're not God. You're trying to justify. You're trying to say, oh, you're trying to put yourself in the same level as the creator of the universe. Just for a second, think about that. Like let's do an experiment because I love experiments. By the way, I also was a huge believer in whatever science the new scientific trend was at that time when I was in high school, which was climate change. No, it was global warming. Before it was climate change, it was global warming, and before that, it was global cooling. It always changes. Oh well, that's because us humans, we're so faulty. Yes, bro, it's called sin. We pollute everything. Yes, bro, it's called sin. It's not gonna stop either. Nothing is sustainable. That's another topic for another day. Nothing is sustainable. That's why we need not even love. That's why we need forgiveness. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about the next point. Science can't give morality. You can study human behavior scientifically, but you can't get an objective ought from it. For example, science can describe murder, but it can't tell you it's wrong. Oh, well, that's because we're evolving as, if you live in a community, then people have laws, then that's why we decided that murder was wrong. Just think about that. Just think about what I just said right there. It's mind blowing how people can think that, oh, I was born, um no, 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 I got a little bit older and I realized that murder um was wrong. However, I can't prove it scientifically. It is a moral conviction. Well, yeah, bro, it's a moral conviction because you're made in the image of God and you know that it's wrong. And you know that, for example, look at this plant behind me. It doesn't look so pretty right now, but the photosynthesis that has to happen for that to grow, the cells inside of it. By the way, the trillions of cells inside of a human body. It's like, is it random? Oh, well, it's just, it's not God. Well, hold up. Why is it that the Bible has had so many prophecies that I think 80%, 75 to 80% of prophecies um, have became true? The biggest one, the Messiah, Jesus Christ. Which Jews are going to say, no, bro, no, no, no. He's not the Messiah. But let's look at Isaiah 53, right? He bore the sin of many, the transgressions of many, right? Gang, what are we really talking about though? You say that you don't follow anything, but you follow a religion called atheism. And it's giving you mental health problems. You're trapped in the whole why. Why does this work that way? Why does this work that way? You're trapped in that and you're never going to get out of it. It's never going to happen. It's a promise. It's a promise that is that I can it's not even a trust me, bro. It's a trust the Bible, bro. Your worldview will never make sense. You're going to be trapped in either sin or trying to do good or horoscopes. We're going to talk about horoscopes. It's never going to make sense until you submit and say, you know what, God, it's true. I haven't been doing the right thing. I haven't been following you. I haven't been reading your word. I haven't been praying. That's when you're forget meditation and all that stuff. That's all bullcrap. When you start praying, that's it. Nothing. You worry about nothing. Yeah, you might worry a little bit, but then you're like, man, God got it. Whatever. He'll provide. He always provides. But when you don't, you're relying on the religion of nothing to come through for you or to give you peace. And then you know what that leads into? That leads into pills. Because once you start getting into pills, it leads to dependency. And then once it leads to dependency, then it leads to the chemical reactions in your brain are off. Now you don't, now the morality that we talked about earlier, that I just got done explaining, that morality you started questioning. Why is murder wrong? Why is unaliving kids, like we just saw a few days ago? Why is that wrong? Why is changing my gender? Why is that a wrong thing? And it just keeps going and going and going and going because you believe in the religion of nothing, which then leads to my last point. It's just a one-liner. Everybody watching, gang, that one person, this one's for you. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. Hey, peep the fade though. Peep the fade. Peep the fade. Gang, I've been saying this. I've been proven right every single time. And people were like, no, bro, no. Francisco, you're not right. You're not right, bro. You're not right, bro. You're stupid. It's like, I've been right every single time. And then, why do you think that you're always right? Bro, tell me a time that I was wrong. It's because I just follow what the Bible says. And it's just like, it says it right there. There's no such thing as a gay person. You're not born gay. That's sin. Oh, you don't work, you shouldn't eat. Oh, no, Francisco, no, what do you mean you don't work, you don't eat, you shouldn't eat, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I'm going to be proven right. Gay people are not, you're not born that way. Oh, but the science, bro, science says a lot of things. You could twist, it's like ESPN stats. You could twist them in whatever way you want. That's the thing about science. You could twist it to make it fit your narrative. Peep this side, though. Peep that side. That fade looking clean, boys. But let's talk about it. Anyways, gotta make a TikTok to promote this video. All right, gang.